Kevin Hollinrake.
Thank you, Sir Charles. Pleased to speak at this debate, and can I also thank my honourable friend, the member for York Central, in bringing forward this very important debate. I'm very much going to confine my remarks to supporting York's bid, as others have, for the headquarters of Great British Rail. My constituency is a little bit further north from York, we nevertheless will form part of the New York City region, which we're all very excited about. I think in our neck of the woods we'll see elected mayor in 2024 for that region, and I think economic development is a key part of that role and what elected mayors are all about. So I'm a little bit parochial when I'm making my arguments, of course. Other people will obviously make their very good cases for other places, be it Derby and Darlington or wherever else. But I do feel York is the best option here. I have been keen to support other cases for other investments in other parts of Yorkshire and indeed further afield. Very keen actually to see us look again at Northern Powerhouse Rail, have a proper independent line between Leeds and Bradford through to Manchester would transform the economy in Bradford. So very happy to support the cases of other areas where they make sense, but the York case makes so much sense. And it makes sense primarily on the Honourable Lady for Central York at York Central had made in terms of something which is a proven economic effect called the cluster effect. It is huge. And we only have to look just down the road at the City of London to see how important a cluster effect is in terms of economics. It works on the basis of three very important fundamentals. It enhances productivity, it brings forward innovation, and you get a huge amount of new business created in the supply chain and direct supply into the particular cluster. So it's very, very important that we don't think when we're talking about moving these jobs out of London, potentially into our regions, we don't just put them anywhere just so we can say we're levelling up and distributing those jobs around. You've got to put them in the right place because, after all, as my honourable friend, the member for Harrogate, said, we need to make sure that money spent represents good value. And if the cluster effect will mean there's enhanced value by putting these jobs near to other jobs and other businesses that specialise in those areas. So you get that productivity benefit. Clearly, if you can walk across a street to talk to somebody else about a certain innovation, or you work together on innovations, hugely important, and those businesses that are created on wonderful sites, of course, like the Brownfield site, which is York Central, which is a wonderful opportunity for the entire city and entire region. So 5,500 people work in the rail industry in York. These are engineers, these are skilled people, clearly consultants, people involved in the new digital world of rail. 10% of the UK workforce work in York. So this is pretty compelling. And again, the heritage, which has been mentioned by others, people recognise York as really the nation's capital when it comes to rail. And we are proudly host, of course, the wonderful National Railway Museum. The city is hugely well connected, of course. It's connected to directly to a third of UK stations. And the wonderful thing, I guess, is that when the public across Yorkshire were asked the best place to put the headquarters of Great British Rail, 6 out of 10 of them, can't be wrong, 6 out of 10 of them said it should be York. That was 3 times the number that said any other location. 3 times. So hugely important. Let's support the Yes to York and the hashtag Yes to York campaign and make sure the headquarters of Great British Rail comes to York. Thank you.
Dr. Rupert.